Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, welcome. I upload 2 times a week, every Monday and Thursday. I haven't been uploading lately, I've just been busy and I just needed to figure some stuff out, but I'm finally ready to come back and just post makeup videos because I love makeup, I love doing makeup, and I just want to teach you guys how to do makeup. So yeah, and I decided to do this nice fall makeup look. It's very warm, it's glam, it's smoky, I love it. This eyeliner I am just digging. So yeah, enough of this rambling and let's just get into the tutorial. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. If you don't know what they look like, this is the Prism palette. This palette, I don't think you could, in my opinion at least, you can't create one like full look with this. I feel like this palette, you don't necessarily need this, but I feel like this would be a good palette to have on the side, just so that maybe you could use Throne with an eye look, use maybe Sphere for like an inner corner, just like that. You wouldn't like do a full eye look with this palette, at least in my opinion. And then the Soft Glam palette, this is what this looks like. Now I feel like you need this palette in your collection just because it's just beautiful. You can create everyday looks, you can create glam looks. You can pretty much do whatever you want with this, and plus it has some nice golds in here, it has some pinks, it has deeper shades in here, it has everything you need to create one nice cohesive look. But I'm going to be using both of these today just because, I don't know, I just wanted to use this because I haven't used it in a little while. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Eden. I'm just going to prime my eyelids with this, but I'm not going to set this. Then I'm just going to pat this out with my finger. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm not setting my eye primer at all. I'm going to leave this nice and tacky just because I like doing my eyeshadow like this. But if you want to, feel free to set your base because the look does in the end turn out the same. I just prefer it with a sticky base. Okay, so first I'm going to do is I'm just going to take Saturn from the Prism palette. And I'm just taking that on this Mary Kay brush. And then I'm just dipping into the shade so that it is only on the tip of my brush. And then I'm just pressing this into my crease. And now I am not going to blend this into my crease at all, I'm just pressing. I will blend this out in a minute, but this is the kind of look where it does look very, very crazy for a little while and then it just suddenly just looks really nice. So just stick with me because trust me, it will turn out nice in the end. Okay, so now once this shade is nice and pigmented enough and it's even in the crease, what you're going to do is with the same brush, and once there is like very little pigment on the brush, just wipe it off on a towel or a Kleenex or something, just to make sure there's not a ton of pigment on this. Then I'm just gonna very carefully press along these edges, and it just kind of diffuses the edges just enough to where it's just a little bit easier to blend out this edge, but it really does make a huge difference. Okay, so now that I just finished doing that, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my JH34 brush and I'm just gonna dip in to Sienna from the Soft Glam palette. And I'm just starting off in the middle of Saturn. I'm just using small circular motions to blend this out. just be careful not to blend this too high up, because then before you know it, you're going to have sienna all the way up to here, and that is not going to be good. Trust me, it's happened to me before, and it's not fun. Okay, so now that you're done with that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take burnt orange. I'm going to take that on this JH35 brush. And then I'm just going to again start in the middle of sienna and then just slightly blend up. And the trick is to just use a very, very light hand. You don't want to go in and just blend, just push really hard, because it's going to mess everything up. You're not going to have nice, soft, effortless blending. So you just want to be light-handed and just kind of just be patient and just let the brush do most of the work. Okay, so now for the last shade, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my Sigma E40 brush. I'm just going to dip into orange soda right here. And I'm just going to carefully blend this out just a little bit, like on the edges, to make sure that there's no harsh lines and everything is just effortlessly blended. And again, I am using an extremely light hand to do this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back into sienna and just make sure that that color is still nice and it's just making everything blend just a little bit better, so I'm not super happy with the blending right now. Okay, so now I have everything blended out the way I want it to be. I'm pretty happy with this blending, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Mulberry from the Soft Glam palette, and I'm just going to take that on my Sigma E36 brush, and I'm just going to apply that shade in my crease, but I'm making sure I don't blend it too high up initially, because I really don't want to have an explosion of this color on my eye. And just make sure that you did tap this off first before you started applying it, because you can always go in with a little bit more, but it's really, really hard to take eyeshadow away. Okay, so now that I have Mulberry applied, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend that out, and I'm just going to start off with my JH35 brush, and I'm just going to mix burnt orange and sienna, these two together, just to blend this out. And I did switch brushes. I just switched to my JH34 brush. So I did blend the burnt orange and sienna a little bit too high up, so it's really, really like bam in your face, which I wasn't really going for that, but that's okay. So just to help blend this out a little bit, and just to make sure, help it like not be so like dark right there, I'm just gonna mix tempera with orange soda on my JH31 brush. And I'm just blending this down. That helped a lot. So now I'm just going to go back in with the brush I applied burnt orange with. And I'm just applying this. I don't have any extra pigment on my brush. I'm just going back and forth in my crease right here. Okay, so for the last step for my crease, I'm just going to take Parallel from the Prism palette. I'm I'm just taking that on my JH40 brush, and I'm just going to apply this in my crease. I'm keeping this shade very low because I don't want this to have a huge impact. I just want it to change just to deepen this up a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this to this eye, and I will be right back to finish the eye makeup. Okay guys, so I finished this crease right here. It's not as blended out and as like big, I guess to say, as my other eye, but it looks good. So I'm just gonna start on everything else. So next what we're gonna do is we're going to take the Urban Decay Primer Person that we use to prime our eyes, or you can just take a concealer or anything, pretty much anything will work. And I'm just gonna cut my crease with this, and I'm just gonna use this very dirty Decay brush, because I use this to carve out my eyebrows. I use this brush to do a lot of different things, so I'm just gonna use this and this to cut my crease. Okay, so now to set this, I'm actually going to go into my Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. And I'm just going to use Pre-Game, which is just this yellow shade, but it does not come off yellow. And I like using this to set my primer right here because it just keeps it nice and bright, and it doesn't make it white, which I don't want a white. I just want it to be this, like, I don't know, kind of a natural color. I don't know how to explain it, but I just want it to be this color. Okay, so I just cut my crease and I set it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take orange soda. I'm just going to take that on my JH41 brush, and this is a flat synthetic brush. Trust me, I do know what I'm doing. I'm not going crazy. So I'm just taking orange soda on one side of the brush, and I'm just pressing this, just starting kind of where the cut crease ends, and then I'm just pressing this in towards the center of my eye. And then right when you get to about the center of your eye, just start kind of blending it out, just so it blends into this cream shade. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip into burnt orange, and I'm just going to do the same thing, except I'm not going to apply it, like I'm not going to blend this in as far. Okay, now I'm just going to take sienna on that same brush, and I'm just pressing this in, starting in the outer corner. And I'm just gonna blend this into burnt orange. And you really want to make sure that you do not have harsh lines when you're doing this step, because if you have harsh lines right here, I just find that it just ruins the look and it just doesn't look as professional and perfect. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my E36 brush. I'm just going to dip into mulberry, and I'm just going to press this into the outer corner and then just blend this into sienna. Then I'm just making sure this is pigmented enough just so that it's deep in the crease, but I also want it to blend from my crease into my outer corner, just so that there's no just like defining line where it starts and stops. Okay, and now just to add just our last bit of depth, I'm just taking Parallel from the Prism palette, and I'm just tapping this into my outer corner. I'm not going to blend this or anything, I'm just lightly tapping it. Okay, so now I'm just going to go and cut my crease and do everything on this eye, and I'll be right back to do the eyeliner and mascara and highlight my face. Alright guys, so I finished this line. I just went ahead and did my eyeliner on this eye, and I'll just show you how I did this on this eye, and I'll do my mascara and I'll highlight, and then we'll be done with the look. So for my eyeliner, I just used my Maybelline New York Eyeshadow Gel Eyeliner in the shade Blackest Black, and just the little brush that it came with. So I just dip my brush into the liner, and then I just started from thick to thin, and I just drew a line. So I just pat out this edge a little bit just so it's not super harsh. And I'm just taking Mulberry just on my E36, and I'm just pressing this shade on just to like the outer corner of my eyeliner, just to make sure that it blends into my outer corner nice and you can't see where it ends. It just like goes away. Now comes the fun part. Now I'm just going to take my Urban Decay Heavy Metals Liquid Glitter Liner in the shade Midnight Cowboy. I just have to make sure that was the correct shade name. And then I'm just going to apply this onto the glitter liner. I'm just applying this onto the eyeliner, and I'm making sure to leave a little bit of blank space, just like a thin black line where there is no glitter liner, just so you can have an outline. And now what I'm going to do, just to get this nice golden color, I'm just going to take this Tarte Chrome Paint Pot in this shade Park Ave Princess, and I'm just taking a little tiny brush, and I'm just pressing this right onto that glitter liner. I'm just taking a little more Mulberry and just pressing on to this golden shade just to make sure that it just blends out and there's no like line, because that would not be pretty. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a eyelash comb. I'm going to comb my eyelashes from the top like this just to make sure that there is no clumpiness. I'm just going to take the other side just to brush them back up so that they're not just like flat. And then for my mascara, I'm just going to be using my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is my all-time favorite mascara. It makes your eyelashes look very voluminous. How to say it? I'm not really sure. It just like gives your eyelashes lots of volume, and it makes them look nice and thick and full and beautiful. So I'm just doing this. I apply 3 coats of this mascara. Okay, so this is my mascara. I think my eyelashes look really pretty. So now for the highlight, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of glistening from the Soft Glam palette. I'm taking that on my JH42 brush, and please excuse my brushes, they're all really dirty, and I don't like cleaning them because it takes me like an hour to wash all my brushes. And, well, actually, it might take me a little bit more than that because I haven't cleaned them in like a month, but yeah. So I'm just also taking the glistening on my brow bone. I just love like bronzy golden highlights, especially in the fall. It's so pretty. Okay, now just to add just a little bit of pop to my highlight, I'm going to take Lucid from the Prism palette. And now this shade is very pretty. It's like it's a duochrome shade. It's like white, but it reflects gold. It's so beautiful. I am obsessed with this shade. Like, but I like to apply it on top of glistening, because I feel like these just make a beautiful duo together. So here's my eye highlight, and then I'm just going to apply a little bit of Lucid just on the tip of my nose. Okay, so now just the last step is to set my face. And to set my face, I'm actually going to use 2 setting sprays today. We have a mattifying setting spray, which is the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. We have kind of a little bit more of a radiant setting spray, which is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And so I'm just going to apply the matte. I'm just going to spray the matte setting spray and then the glowy setting spray. Make sure that's all even all over my face. I'm just gonna apply this. The Morphe setting spray smells so good. So now I'm just gonna take this sponge and just press it in all over my face, and this just helps get rid of that like powdery finish, and it just helps melt your makeup into your skin so it just looks 100 times more effortless and just natural. And I do actually have a new face makeup routine. I don't know if you guys would like to see it or not, so if you would, just comment down below and I will be sure to do that in one of my next videos. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and comment down below on if you are already in the Christmas spirit. Personally, I kind of am, I kind of aren't. I'm just like transitioning into the Christmas spirit. But I know my sisters are and lots of kids at school are, so I'm curious to know if you are in the Christmas spirit yet or not. And also, don't forget to share this video with your friends so that they can try this beautiful fall glam look. And a picture of this will also be on my Pinterest if you guys would like to go and see that. I pin stuff pretty much every single day on there, so I'm always active on that. And then, yeah, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos like this. I have lots of stuff coming, I have lots of stuff planned, and yeah, I have some exciting stuff that I'm gonna get, hopefully, and do some really, really cool looks. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!